Anyways, welcome to Loudmouth. I'm Blake.
I'm Chloe.
I'm Mark.
I'm Chris.
Yeah, so that was a pretty bad intro. Whatever, who cares? Welcome to the uncut episode where we don't edit crap. That's right, no more horns. You won't have to deal with that shit this episode. Probably you're going to be listening to this on SoundCloud, though.
Pussy.
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 We all just said pussy.
And then my girlfriend said penis.
Penis.
It's a great way to start off the day.
It's your boy.
Skinny penis. It's your boy. Skinny penis.
So I suppose we should go ahead and tell you why most of the cast isn't here. Ryan's sick, Nikki's sick, and Hannah is basically... Oh my god, you almost ate all the whales.
Everyone's sick.
Everybody's sick, and the whales are almost gone. I got whale crackers, and these are the best thing.
I had one cup of whales, that's it.
Stoffers should go ahead and, advertise us, because we will advertise Stoffers whales, okay? I'm already doing that shit. Anyways, everybody's sick, and Hannah just has a doctor's appointment.
And Mike.
So we have our
yeah,
special
pussy.
guest. Yes, we have our special guest Chris here. He has a YouTube channel.
Killa23 Playz.
Yep. He's getting commentary, or he has some commentary.
On some stuff.
Some commentary in GTA.
It's pretty neat. Go and check it out.
Mainly Fortnite. Tell us about your Fortnite stuff. Anything you want.
Currently level 22 in Fortnite.
Okay.
And my battle pass is only 14, so... I just started playing a week or two ago. I usually play with my friends Damien and Caden. So, yeah, it's pretty good. And, we occasionally yell fuck my asshole and suck my dick, and we're getting shot right up the ass. And that was right in my ass, and we got shot in the head.
Alright. So now that we got that done, I suppose we should go ahead and talk about
Go for it.
our weeks, or in regards to Chris, since we haven't seen him in a long time, his last 2 years. We're going to start with Chloe, and we're going to end with Chris. Chloe, tell us about your week.
It's pretty okay. I had work. Yeah.
Alright.
Boring.
She had work. Alright.
Go money.
Yeah.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Alright.
Just setting up my stuff.
Okay, I guess it's my time. I finished a video project for my BOCES class, finally got that done. You're probably going to be seeing it on my channel soon. I also have a bloopers reel for it. It's pretty neat. You're going to understand why we made the bloopers reel in the first place once you see it. I also made one single meme out of it, which you might like if you know the reference. And I got a reward for participation. Or actually coming to school every single day.
Oh, I got an award for first place for a competition thing. For
What
graphics.
What competition?
It was to redesign a book cover, and the author of the book had to judge and pick.
Nice.
Chloe beat us all. Chloe beat us all.
And I got 2 other awards, but
Are you going to be painting the locker for us?
I really want to.
But...
I don't know.
Okay.
Yep, that was my week. I'd say that was Chloe's week. Now it's time for your week.
My week, I reported your thing in very cold forest snow. Started a book on fire. Trucked in the woods. That's my week. Chris, you like?
So, around 2 years ago, started stealing from stores and stuff. When I first got into 9th grade, started doing drugs with my brother. It was great,
Sounds pretty edgy.
Some weed, every week.
Any highlights to that?
You know what? The video games and the weird roasts in the middle of the night, where we roast each other. Pinching nipples and stuff.
What's your favorite way to take weed?
Snort that shit right up my nose. But the real answer to that is I like to smoke that shit right out of that one.
Alright. See, I'm a classy man. I prefer my edibles nice and sweet.
Edibles are good too.
Have you ever had hot mac and cheese?
Yeah.
It's the best thing you ever have.
Actually, I have. Alright, so anyway.
How does McDonald's have a Snapchat? I'm sorry.
Because they have kids now.
Anyway, So, about a month later, my brother gets into a fight with my mom, and, he moves out, takes my games with him from my PS4.
All
Really
of them?
saddening. No, he took the ones that he bought me for my birthday.
Okay.
Really saddening. And then, I start smoking cigarettes and shit for stress relievers. And then I get into this horrible poisonous relationship with this whore named, I'm not even gonna say her name because
For the best.
worst name ever,
Sounds pretty horrible.
Are you talking about your week or your whole freaking life?
Talking about this last 2 years.
We were talking about weeks.
Alicia.
Not with Chris.
Or Alicia, right? Neil.
He's got a lot of shit to say.
I
Sounds
can
like a
tell.
whore.
Yeah.
Besides, we're down.
Anyway, yeah, we broke up November.
She the short chick?
Yeah, we broke up around November 27th, and I got with this new girl, and we started off as best friends on November 28th,
Alright.
and we started dating December 7th, and I went to her house once, December 4th, and that was fun, 24 miles on a bike. It's not that bad, and then the cold walk back to her house because I biked to her school and we walked back from her school. And then, December 9th I did the same thing, except I went to her house and then to the school, so I found out where her house was, And then we walked back from her house, back from the school to her house, some things happened. And then I went home around 10 o'clock at night. And then, we video chat constantly around just about every day since then. Had my first kiss with her on December 4th. The last time I went to her house January 24th or around then, we almost did some stuff in front of her mom. We made out right in front of her mom. We almost fucked right on the floor in front of her mom. While her mom was asleep, her mom woke up and was staring at us, and I swear that her mom was blind as a bat because her mom was just and she couldn't see, and she had to grab her glasses and everything. She couldn't see, and she asked my girlfriend what she was doing, and she was like, "Oh, I was just poking him." And her mom believed her. And then, around February something, February 18th or so, her mom goes on her phone and sees our messages about some things that had to involve sex around my birthday, which is February 23rd.
Now, coincidentally, on December 4th, Chris kissed the girl, went to her house, and got laid. Coincidentally.
No, I did not get laid.
He did not get laid.
Not yet. On December 9th and around January 24th, I almost got laid. Okay, and so I literally, if you ask her, we were so fucking close that literally I was just about to take off her shirt and her mom woke up. And so, anyway, but like she said, one more minute, and we would have fucked apparently. So, anyways, February 23rd rolls around. She's not allowed to come to my birthday party because her mom's seen all of our chat because I was video chatting her until she went to school the next morning. And then, her mom unlocked her phone and seen everything when my girlfriend was asleep. So she wasn't allowed to come to my birthday party. And, February 23rd, my nigga James comes over. I mean, oh my god, we got so fucking lit. James came over, and then Damien came over. We smoked the fattest bowl on the 23rd for my birthday. The day before, though, I got lit with Damien. My dad, he gave me a blunt, and I'm just like, alright. And me and Damien, we walked away from him because that's what my dad told us to do. Damien hit it once, and then I hit it the second time, and I power hit that shit. And I was baked for 4 hours. And we went inside and we played football with my dad, and it was great. And now back to the 23rd, I got lit with James. We went to the store. I mean, oh my god, he bought a lot of stuff. And, you know, I stole some things because that's how I am. And then later, you know, Damien, we go back to the store with Damien, and he goes and he steals a couple Four Locos, and we get drunk that night too. And I mean, we got really drunk. And then the next day rolls around. Apparently, none of us are hungover. And, you know, then... then we go back to the same store, Damien, with Damien, Ryan, Austin, and James. And, you know, Damien gets another 2 Four Locos. And then, you know... drank those that night, and we got even more high. And then, you know, the day after rolls around, and Damien's hungover. I'm not. I'm feeling great still. James had to go home around like 2:30ish, and Damien left around like 1, and Ryan left at like 6, and then Austin, he left the previous day after getting drunk and high. And, you know...
Wait, does this go somewhere?
Yeah, this does go somewhere.
Okay.
So a week later, we're going by the same store that Damien robbed 4 Four Locos from. And he goes in to get some more Four Locos, and, you know, he's just like, alright, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get even more drunk. And he goes into the store, and he almost got caught. He didn't get the Four Locos. And, you know, it's like around 11 o'clock at night now. And it's in a snowstorm. We're just walking to the other 7-Eleven on the other side of town. And, you know, he walks in there, he steals 1 Four Loko. And then, you know, after we come out, and they walk to Damien's brother's house. We sit in there for like 20 minutes. His brother's not home, but his sister's home. His sister-in-law, or no, his actual sister and his brother-in-law, you know. And so we're sitting there, and Damien, he's trying to steal some beer from his brother, and he opens up the cooler. I tell him, go for it, and he looks inside the cooler, and he goes, this shit is dry as fuck. And he's just like, god damn, only 1 beer can, and if I were to take it, they wouldn't notice, right? So we walk out about 10 minutes later, just with the Four Loko. We're planning on going back to the store, so I put the Four Loko in my jacket, and his brother, just as we walk out the door, I'm walking, I don't know, at least 30 feet away from his brother's door, you know, his brother ends up pulling up at the house, and we walk back to his brother's house, and we go, we were wondering if we could get something, like a ride back to my house, and his brother was like, nah, I ain't got enough gas, and, you know, So his brother, he ends up going to the same store that we're going to, and I'm waiting outside for Damien. Damien goes in. I turn around and I see his brother's face, and his brother is just like, god damn it, I know what you guys are doing, right? And, you know, Damien, before that, he goes, oh, bet that my brother's going to the store to buy some beer right now. And I go, I bet he is buying like a 24-pack of cans. He goes in there, and his brother's holding a 24-pack of cans. And he goes and he steals another Four Loko, and we ended up walking home. It was great. We got drunk again. You know, my mom comes home, and she didn't even realize that we were drunk, and then we fell asleep. And then, you know, current day, I'm here, sitting with, you honkies, you know, just doing this podcast. So that's what's going on now.
It sounds like an odyssey, man.
Holy shit. Had a lot happen in the past, like, week. Like, last month.
So, when 11th grade started, for me, I don't know if you went to... Okay, when you came back to school, why did you come back?
Because I thought, you know what, maybe this year will be different, because I have different teachers. And, you know, the only thing that was different...
No way I lied to you.
That... And I didn't have my bitch of a teacher, Mrs. Slamba. She is a horrible math teacher. She is a bitch. Like, I mean, You miss one day of homework and you have detention.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible. You miss one day and you have detention. And the year before, so every day I would just go down to the nurse's office so I didn't have to do the homework.
I mean, you did that a lot.
I mean, yeah, I went down to the nurse's office like every day. Before 8th and 9th period, I was going home every day. I did that this year too. Actually, because I started hating my gym teacher. Because she was a bitch because I asked to go down to the nurse's office the one time. And she was just like, oh, we're not doing anything today, but we were playing football that day. And she goes, oh, we're not doing anything today. It's that'll bother your headache. And I was like, football will bother my headache. And she goes, go get changed. And I was like, no, I want to go to the nurse's office. I get medicine. What?
Tremonti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I get medicine prescribed for my headaches from my neurologist because I have stuff like, I have a cyst on my pituitary gland. I don't know if you knew that or not. Well, anyway, yeah, and she was just like, oh, you're not allowed to do that. And I'm like, yes, I am. My neurologist said that I'm allowed to go down to the nurse's office at any time during the day. And then, she finally calls a nurse and she goes, you're going to have to make up this day. And I'm like, that's not fair considering I have to do this or else I could physically die from my headaches. My neurologist even said if I don't take the medicine, I could die. And yeah, not even just because of that. I've had it since I was born with the cyst. It hasn't gotten any bigger, but it could eventually get bigger.
Yeah,
and it could
stress
kill
and
me.
everything.
It could kill me. And she was like being a total bitch about it. And she was like, you're gonna have to make up this day. And then ever since then, I never went back to gym. I would always go down to 8th or 9th. Well, yeah, 7th or 8th period, down to the nurse's office and get released early. And then, about a week later, right before homecoming, I dropped out. And then I still went to homecoming.
Okay.
Went to homecoming, they let me in, and I found $20 on the floor, which was pretty good.
Nice.
Right.
Sneak in, find $20. Not a bad rate.
I didn't even sneak in. I paid for my ticket. Found $20 laying on the ground. You know why they let me in? Because I had my school ID card.
There you go.
Yeah. And as my girlfriend just informed me, I'm getting laid the next time I see her.
Nice. Which would be when?
My mom just asked me a question.
14 minutes from now.
1 second.
Hold on, give me a minute. I gotta finish this damn podcast.
Right, well, anyway, what, babe?
Well,
I love you too.
oh, for those of you who don't know what that clacking is, it's a dog.
Yeah.
Doggo.
Alright, well, anyway, so, any more questions, Blake, about why I came back to school?
Nope.
I dropped out a month
Satisfied.
later.
What are your thoughts of Miss Davis?
Miss Davis?
Oh.
Fucking cunt.
Thank you.
She goes to Blake. He's just trying to start his little own business, and maybe it'll turn into a big business later on in his life of selling pop. He's just being the everyday neighborhood pop dealer.
I'll still do that.
Yeah, and she
I
was
made
just
hundreds.
like, oh, you're not allowed to do that in school unless the profits are going towards something, and he still does it anyways. You know what? And he hasn't gotten in trouble for it.
No, lunch miners don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do it. There's like one lunch miner that's still. You remember that lunch miner from our year?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a fucking bitch still. She's still there.
Yeah.
Giles
What do you mean?
quit,
She Damien, he said, God damn, I'm just trying to talk to my friends when he was sitting on the windowsill, and she goes, go sit down in a seat or you're going out into the hallway, and he says, God damn, I'm just trying to talk to my friends. She goes, you swore you're going in the hallway. Right? And I texted him and I go, God damn, you got put in the hallway.
Should have sent him that lunch money Lewis thing. Goddamn, 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 goddamn.
But still, like, for real, he got put in the hallway, and it was like, wow, that was so stupid. That was this year of school,
Damien would
actually.
have been pretty good.
Yeah. He has a lot to talk about also, because he does more drugs than I do.
I don't think he would have talked on the podcast though.
He doesn't talk about his social life or his drugs or anything. Like, I mean, he went through a breakup recently with his girlfriend, Summer.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, he was pretty... If you ask my girlfriend, his girlfriend is a fucking bitch. Well, anyway, yeah, that was pretty depressing. Alright, that concerns me. Moving on from this topic, because I don't want my girlfriend wanting to slit people's throats.
Okay.
So
if we're gonna move on to this topic, should we talk about something?
What kind of drugs do you do, Dan?
What the hell?
cigarettes.
Right.
Drugs are bad and rape is good, kids. You know what? Take that from me. I'm smoking a cigarette.
This break is brought to you by
Rape Incorporated. Chris Rape Incorporated. You get raped, and then you come to my office, and I rape you some more.
You thought you were the victim. Well, they'll turn the tables on you.
You rip somebody? Don't worry. You can be the victim now.
And we're back from that commercial break. Wow, guys, I love that advertiser, man. Like, I went there once.
Best
Premium
rape
stuff.
you ever got.
Whoa, that was the thing about rape? Shit. Alright,
Best rape you ever had.
what are we gonna talk about now?
I don't know, Chloe seems pretty quiet. How are you, Chloe?
Chloe, look up some topics and shit.
Topics?
I don't know, do some shit.
Look up some dicks. Let's get that big black dick train rolling.
You know what, we get to Shadman again. I don't know what you're gonna find for in Photoshop for this entire podcast.
No idea.
Hopefully, oh, McDonald's. You can put merch there.
You know, he could just, make something in Photoshop.
Yeah.
Instead of just the McDonald's thing, just, put a big black dick on there. And, say sex is good and rape is bad. Or rape is good and sex is bad.
You hear that, Mark? Sex is bad and rape is good. Don't know the difference? Don't care. I want to do the rapes.
What is that like?
Wow, that I wanted to say that like I wanted to do drugs, but like that came out.
Lexi, lay down. Lay down, please.
Alexa, sing us a song.
Alexa, suck my dick.
I don't know.
One day, Chris.
One day
that'll be a feature.
One day that will be a feature of the
I'm pretty sure it's already a feature.
Yeah, we do have sex robots in the world today.
Yeah.
Alright, so I think I was telling Mark that we need a VR game where you're surrounded by pocket pussies. So no matter, and they're all at waist level, perfectly at your dick, so no matter where you go, it's like you're surrounded by anime girls. So when you put on the VR headset, you're walking around, you're fucking pocket pussies, every step you take, you're getting laid. And for the female version, we could just have dildos everywhere. And we could make them like go in and out all the time.
Yes, but we
You're
wouldn't
just
feel the
lazy.
pleasure.
Of course
No,
you
we
would.
make an attachment
You
for
just
it,
feel
so
like
you
assaulted
feel the
by
pleasure.
girls.
You
You
make
get
an
assaulted-
attachment for the VR.
No, like as you move up, the dildo moves up into you.
Yeah, but
But
It
pocket pussy's different because all you do is walk into them and then you go on ahead and just start.
it won't be like that unless you make an attachment for the
I say
VR
that to look at
headset.
Chloe.
It has to be an attachment for the VR headset that every time you walk into one, it like vibrates or something.
Exactly. If you get closer and you look down in the VR world, you see your dick entering the pussy. It's entering the pocket pussy. Bada bing, bada boom. You're
Wait.
getting laid.
Does that mean I have to, like...
I mean, yes, but it has to install a vibrator on yourself
If you look down and see
that
a dick,
counter
someone's
that
gonna install a bunch of dicks.
acts with the VR headset. The vibrator ring on your dick, and somehow like
They do
build
that
an
shit.
add-on into the
Pornhub
VR headset.
Pornhub's got a thing where cam girls have a special kind of dildo that puts up.
I know it's called I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, it's a thing now apparently, and you can now fuck a porn star remotely from anywhere.
Yeah.
Damn it, Mia Khalifa. Only a couple more years.
Mia Khalifa doesn't.
Yeah, she doesn't do porn
I
anymore.
was gonna say Mia Khalifa don't do porn.
That's why I said, damn it, just a couple more years. I could have fucked Mia Khalifa.
You could have. See,
Did you see that video of Mia Khalifa fucking a fan? And it was being awkward as fuck. Yeah, he was just on top of her and she was like, okay, so here's how you fuck.
You see
And
the
she
one
showed
where
him
it was
on-
Riley Reid
No.
and a fan?
But like, she was just sitting there and her shirt was off and he was like, And she was just like sitting there smiling at him, looking at him. He was like looking down her chest. She was like, grab my boob. He was like grabbing her boob and shaking it all around and shit. It was like the most awkward sex. And he was like, I came. And she was like, yeah, okay.
Good.
You know,
job.
You should not do this.
you don't scream I came. You just be like, yeah, I'm nutted up inside you,
I
huh?
did it.
I did the thing you used. Can I get my treats?
Can I get the milk now?
So, it's illegal to pay a chick for sex, but it's not illegal if you pay her and you videotape it too.
But does she have consent with it?
Yeah.
You consent with it? If both of you are drunk, who's the rapist?
Damn it, we just
The
talked
one
about
who
this.
provided the beer.
What if it was served by a bar?
Ooh,
Like
the
they
bar's
both got
rapist.
drunk no matter what,
Yeah.
and then they both.
Yeah.
I don't know. Then it's not rape,
It's the people.
No, it is rape.
is it?
Technically rape because law.
But they're both.
It's technically
drunk.
rape because
She has to give
you
consent.
can't
She has to.
give consent because you're drunk.
Yeah, but
Why
she
do you think I
doesn't
carry this
know.
mic
Wait, but
around
the
with
dude
me?
can give
You
consent.
can't give consent because you're drunk and you're not in your right mind when you're drunk.
But did the dude
And
rape her?
when you're drunk, you don't know what you're talking about, so you can't give consent. It's like
What would you
if
call
you've ever
that,
seen something like if you sign a contract and it's like if you sign a contract and
Yeah.
you don't read it.
We have like of sound mind and body, blah blah blah. Which, how do you think that started? When did the law become you can't be drunk to give consent?
When women could vote. You know the difference between women and puzzles?
No.
Women and puzzles at the same time can vote, and puzzles still can't. Women are like puzzles.
You know, we've been flying planes longer than you could vote, Chloe. How do you feel?
Well, not in Kansas. Kansas, they just let women vote. Or was it? It was one of the states up there because they needed people to come to the West, and they were like,
Yeah.
all right, yeah. Women can vote here, blacks can vote here. No niggers allowed.
What's the difference between men and girls? Nothing. They both have a penis.
Are traps gay? Traps gay? Traps gay?
Your mom gay?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't believe that. It's like me going and doing this. Look. Yeah, get fucking wrecked.
Yo, Blake, I got a present for you.
Ah! See, I fell for it myself. You might
You
as well
fall
put one of
for it
those
every
bad boys in
time.
there too. You don't have like any editing, do you?
You should put that in the thumbnail.
Yeah, you just make.
the.
Yeah, you just gotta make like a 10-minute thumbnail. That took me 20 minutes to make it. But of course, I had to listen to the podcast as I was doing it. I was like, "What's the best parts?
Leave my McNuggets
Cucumber
alone.
and slime. Cucumber slime." And then it was wielding a dildo.
So Chloe, where'd you get that cup?
Alright, I'm gonna become fat if I keep on eating.
Keep eating.
Keep eating.
I don't know.
Okay, I know the answer. It's probably Canal Fest.
No, it wasn't Canal Fest. I know that.
It was the Erie County Fair.
No,
It was a fair.
Pumpkin Farm.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Okay.
Lexi, go lay down. Lay down. Lexi, lay down. Lexi, lay
You
down.
seen that video of Jack
Lexi, please. Lexi, please.
Please, Lexi.
I'm sorry. But lay down. Lay down. Lay down.
How to give female dogs commands. Bitch, sit down.
No.
Now, scientifically, has not called a bitch what?
She's a good dog. What's her called?
It doesn't look like she's good dog, Chloe. Looks like she's sitting there, not following orders. I do not want her cookies left.
Take my fucking cookie. This is brought to you by.
Here's Nick Seaman. Don't use our Venus.
I don't know, we had like 3 more ads.
Ryan's Gay Law Firm, Chloe's Pedophiles.
No, not Chloe's pedophiles. Chloe had on pedo. Butt fuck.
They're called butt fucks.
Yeah.
Or butt fuck, whatever it is.
And we're
So-
back from that commercial break.
I feel like an idiot
Does
because, you know, I brought portable chargers for my phone. I pointed this out earlier to my girlfriend. I brought them, about halfway going to McDonald's, I realized I forgot my charger cord.
Yep, I did that the other day.
What kind of phone do you have?
An S8. Galaxy S8.
I have a charger.
It's whatever. It's gonna last. It's gonna last all day either way.
Okay.
It's still on 50.
How about you, Blake? What's up with you? Tell us stories about your grandmama.
Oh, you want to know about my grandmother?
Unedited.
Alright, well, let's start way, way back with my great-grandmother when she was a little girl. So my great-grandmother was young. She went on ahead, and her mother just moved here from Germany. That was back in the
olden days.
The olden days. I don't know what day. Just fill in the blanks. So anyways, we just got here. We just got from Germany. I don't know what's happening in Germany then because I'm not that much of a history buff. My great-great-grandmother buys a farm. My great-grandmother grows up, moves to North Tonawanda, buys a house. My great-grandmother dies. My great-great-grandmother dies. My once great-grandmother inherits a farm. And then she
Was she once great, or is she not great anymore?
I don't know. She's pretty fucking great though.
She was once great.
Anyways, the alive great-grandmother goes on ahead, buys the farm, becomes a nurse, and that practically runs down for my family for a little bit. Now that my great-grandmother owns a farm and she's a nurse, she owns a house in North Tonawanda. She gets married to my good old great-grandfather, Dick. He goes on... Yeah, I know, that's pretty funny. He goes on ahead, he's a carpenter, he's basically everything.
So did she get married to her best friend in her bottom drawer?
I don't think they had... They had wooden dildos, right?
No, they had silicone dildos.
Yeah. No, way back when, like in the 1600s, they had like wooden dildos.
Yeah, they had wooden dildos.
Or maybe
but
marble
they
dildos.
They actually do
The
have.
rich people. Yeah, rich people had marble dildos. Of course, those fuckers.
I read something back in
Or
Greek,
diamond
like
dildos.
Greek and everything.
If you
They
check
had
Minecraft,
like
they
these
got
weird
diamond
dildos made out of like something. I don't know what it was, but like it wasn't wood or anything like that. But it was like a I don't know.
Those fucking splinters.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Maybe.
gotta sand the shit out of that.
I know.
Don't want that shit going on you, especially if you're a guy. You shit splinters for weeks. You just peek the fucking mic with that. Oh, Chris is advertising my brand of soda.
So, if God created the sun
Get
on the
some
fourth
Dr.
day,
Cock from
how
Lake.
did 4 days pass?
Shut up. Okay, so then my great-grandmother had a bunch of other kids, and my grandmother was 16, got laid by a dude, married the dude, had my mother, her son, blah blah blah. My grandmother becomes a nurse. My grandmother buys the house from her mother. I'm in NT. Yeah, this is all necessary too. You're just on your fucking phone.
I'm listening to you, Blake.
Looking at shit.
When I get home, I'm probably gonna play Fortnite.
Alright, and then all of a sudden, my great-grandmother goes to the farm, she lives there, now that entire farm's filled with cats, my great-grandmother's overly attached to them because Dick's dead. That just burps. My grandmother, basically goes fucking mental because her husband's verbally abusive. He gets cancer, he dies, I am born. Woo, Blake's born. Yeah, that was a complete and utter accident. My father comes to my mother's like, oh. And my dad's like, oh! And that's the entire thing right there. Boppity boppity boop, my dad's a chef. I don't know his even fucking name, or I don't want to say it on this podcast. Either way, not really gonna say his name. He goes on ahead, he's a chef and
His name is Pussy because he ran away from his child.
Mm-hmm.
True story. Black people problems.
Yeah,
is what
he
Blake
didn't know
had.
I existed until I was about 4 years old. Anyways, my mother goes on ahead. She is a manager of a bunch of restaurants, a bunch of places. She quits all of those because they keep moving her around. Like Timmy Hose, she was the supervising manager. I don't know, she was pretty high up on that fucking platform though, without manager rank.
Blake, how are you getting home?
I walk.
Alright, I'll be walking with you because I live like a street over from you right now.
Alright.
I live on Mead Street.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Like legit, I could walk through a field and be at Blake's house.
Don't.
I know like 10 people in like that 2-block area.
I know. It's so weird being so close to people, and I've never been this close to my friends. That's why I'm happy I got a gang.
You're in a gang?
Yeah, me, Mark, Ryan, Nikki, and Chloe were the gang.
Gucci
Gang,
gang.
gang, fool.
Oh, fuck no, not that kind of gang. Get out of here, that shit. Anyways, my grandmother goes absolutely mental. I'm bored, blah, blah, blah. I move in with my grandmother because my grandmother has fun time. My mother's pretty boring. Yeah, I was kind of a dick when I was a kid. I kind of just told on my mother for everything.
Real quick.
Your mom's a cunt sometimes.
Chloe.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
We're looking at the same meme.
On a different platform. Oh my god.
Mark can actually freeze fucking time. The episode where we find out Mark can freeze time.
Mark freezes time, looks at her beam,
Yeah.
and goes to the same
Screenshots it.
Screenshot.
Goes
It's
to
on
the
different
same
platforms.
meme.
That's
Exactly.
on iPhone. This is Instagram.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm on iPhone.
How could he screenshot it off of his phone? Think about that shit. Okay, so, yeah, I move in my grandmother. I'm like, my
I feel
mom
like
doesn't
I'm
have
gonna wind
cable,
up
you
as the
do.
same meme with you as you
Let me
guys
live with you.
know.
I want the internet.
So she's like, alright, custody, bada bing, bada boom. I'm like 9. And my grandmother's...
Bing, bada boom.
My grandmother gets... My grandfather's cancer worsens. He eventually dies. I go there. She's devastated. She gets aggravated. She basically can't get out the anger. She's fat. This continues for a little while with him calling her fat and her taking the abuse.
Or she's dead. Or he's dead.
No, not yet. He will be dead in about... It's 2009. He'll be dead in 2012. 2012 happens. All of her kids don't want to talk to her anymore. I'm living with my grandmother. My grandmother's a
Is there
complete
sound? Am I
dick.
supposed to be hearing sound for this meme?
Okay, so my grandmother is a complete dick. My grandmother goes and gets over that about a couple of years later. In about 2015, she finds a guy named Titus. Titus is a complete asshole. He's a tight ass. Yeah, he's a fucking hepatitis B, okay? Not C, not the good kind, B. So he's like all happy and shit, he's diabetic, he has a couple of fits, but that can be blamed on diabetes, right? And then it continues to get worse over the years. In 2017, he started confronting me, he started going shouting at me and calling me. Look, I'm 130 pounds. I am the normal average weight. If you saw me and I pulled my shirt back, you'd see that I'm thin. So he started calling me a fat fuck and shit, and he came into my room and took the fucking door off the hinges. The reason why I don't have TV or video games is because of him. I don't have any electronics whatsoever. The fact that I'm able to record this podcast because of Bosie's, and the joy of my friends, that keeps me going. For about 3 months during my last summer, or my entire last summer entirely, was nothing but Christian camp and solitude. So any outside contact that I make the most of it. Titus went on ahead and fucked over my life entirely. He verbally abuses my grandmother on the daily. Last night I didn't get much sleep because he kept yelling at her, calling her a fat ass and shit, and saying that she doesn't work out. She's saying she does, and I've literally seen her there. She has like 50 Richard Simmons CDs. Yeah, that happens. And they listen to... She really pumped up the Christian game, and so a lot more people shouting at 1 a.m. in the Bible. She likes to blast that talk Bible really loud. Really fucking loud. At 1 a.m. And then there's Titus literally confronting her, and she's telling him to leave, and then he's like, no, I'm not leaving. And then he'll blame... Yeah, it's her house. And then he'll continue to blame it on diabetes. Like, if you have low blood sugar, go drink a fucking pop.
Drink a Coke, man.
Like, Jesus, you don't have to do, like,
Drink
anything.
some Dr. Topper.
You're not human.
Yeah, just go eat a fucking bowl of sugar, Jesus.
Or drink some Clover Valley.
Yeah, go drink some Clover Valley, that's my
That you can buy from your everyday friendly neighborhood Playz.
Yep, $1. Alright, so, he verbally abuses her, she comes back, she goes on ahead and she yells at us, me and Heather, takes away our shit. We go ahead and we do something suspicious, she follows us around until, eventually she finds out what we're doing. She'll blame us for stuff, like one time, 5 in the morning, she's getting ready for work, she sees a magazine in the bathtub. She turned on the bathtub, not knowing the magazine was in there, freaked out, and kicked down my door, said, "Why'd you throw the magazine in the bathtub?" And then she's threatened me by telling me, "I'm gonna kick you out, you're gonna be sent to your mother's in Niagara Falls." I'm like, I didn't put the magazine in the bathtub. She's like, "Why don't you go and tell the truth?" I'm like, "I didn't." She's like, "You know what, when I come back from work, you're out." And then Titus went on ahead and told her anyways that he did it, because he did.
This meme
He's fucking...
relates to everything ever.
Yeah. Can you just, I've seen it.
Yeah,
So
it's
just
the best
kinda
meme ever.
Takes you out?
Yeah, they kind of tried to kick me out a couple of times. One
Did
time...
they actually kick you out?
Oh yeah, I got a phone. I got a phone once, right? And I had recorded my 16th birthday party on it. Or there were recordings of it from one of my friends, and we got, like, really fucking stupid. And, shit happened. And she found the phone and looked at the videos, and it was like my friends trying to summon Satan or some shit. And she freaked out. She had a fit. My mother was like, "Why though?" And I got sent to my mother's for a week. And I don't have perfect attendance because, well, because my mother was low on gas money. And I tried to use that as an excuse for Lakata. Lakata said, "No, I can't use that as an excuse." So now I'm the fucking class meme with gas money. "Oh, Blake's mother didn't have gas money, he was almost late." That's like the entire thing for my abilities class now. So, no perfect attendance record for me. Oh, really close this year, really close. I haven't missed a day other than those 2 days that I was with my mother. Yeah. This is an ass. He's a diabetic fat fruitcake. He is 58. He is 300 pounds. He's a badass. He complains that he doesn't get enough exercise, and yet he sits there and fucking buys Burger King. Sits at home and watches Pawn Stars. We can't use the television in the living room. There's like 2 televisions in the house now, and one of them's in the living room. The other one's in my grandmother's room. Can't use the one out in the living room because he's always at it. He's always watching Pawn Stars or Hawaii Five-O. Oh no. That's my life.
YE50 is Blake's life.
You wanna fucking step into my shoes for a little bit? I'll gladly take anybody else's shit life because at least their drama will actually feel good. I mean, the drama that comes to me is about fucking magazines in the bathtub. And then there's my mother. Your mother's doing heroin because my uncle, like, has a grudge against my mother because my mother stole $10 from him, like, 5 years ago. And he's like, "Oh, well, Joe's a pot dealer." No, he does pot. There's a big difference. Big difference. And so it escalated from him being a pot dealer. No, you.
Please just throw it out.
Okay, so it escalated from Joe being a pot dealer to my mother doing heroin because she got thin. Whoa. My mother had 4 kids. One of them was stillborn. Like, come on. Oh, what the fuck? You're gonna, like, blame her? She was, like, 500 pounds. Now she's, like, 90.
That's not healthy.
It's not healthy, but it's still, like, pretty damn good. She lost a lot of weight. She did good for herself. Now she needs to gain some because she looks pretty bad. But she's not doing heroin.
Eat a burger every once in a while.
She's
Not
doing
too often.
She's doing pot. That's obviously clear. She did a lot of pot while I was over there. And I was
Nothing
like,
wrong with marijuana.
I was like, I don't want part of that, Mom. She's like, really? Okay. Sure.
Soon to be legalized.
Soon to be legalized.
Decriminalized.
She can legally have it because she's got glaucoma.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, hell yeah. That's
Well, yeah, but
that comes pretty shitty. Yeah. But hell yeah. That's my life. Take it or leave it. Come on. Want to switch? I'll fucking switch.
I'll do it.
No, you fucking won't. I will not switch.
Spoken.
No, you fucking won't. I'm turning into a fucking Philly.
You from Manhattan?
Chloe, your turn.
No, I'm turning into
Your life problems?
From Middle East Manhattan?
Yeah, tell us your problems.
Start with your dad who's not actually him.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, when I was little and when I was being born,
When I was born, it all started back on the day
I started with my great
Your
grandmother. Okay.
90 years before I was born were all my problems started.
140 years ago, when my great grandmother first came to the
I
country.
knew that it was a mistake.
That's when my problems began.
That's when I knew I should have fucking killed the Jews.
Oh.
Yeah, it's when it took a turn. Okay, you.
So when I was born, my real dad left me and died like a few years later, like 2 or 3 years later. And so I never knew him or met him or anything. And so my mom's friend, he was there when I was being born, you know. So he became my dad, and it was a secret throughout like 7th or 8th grade. That's when I started to figure things out. And like, I always put like the little things off too, like, oh, he's a darker skin than me, but that's okay, maybe it was just through genes. And so I thought that maybe it was just me and my grandma, you know, like my grandma got me the genes. And so I'm stupid, but
See, my dad's black.
and the thing
My mom.
is, like, I think I figured, like, the day that I found out about my dad is the day that I found out that Santa Claus wasn't real either. I don't know how it came
That's
to that.
disappointing.
Wait a
I
minute.
know.
Your mother.
Everything's a lie.
Wait a minute, Mom. If Santa Claus
everything's a lie.
comes down the chimney, where's our chimney?
You have no father.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Santa Claus
but
was your
I
father.
can't
He's
remember.
gone now.
But
Santa
yeah.
Claus was your dad.
yeah.
You just pulled the Santa Claus. Fucking Tim Allen's now your new father.
Your
Dude,
dad
that'd
fell
be
off.
cool. But yeah, that's my born experience in life start.
Well, at least you know your father's dead.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
I wish mine was dead.
I met him.
I wish he was fucking dead. He's a cunt. Then he should go suck a dick and die.
Alright. Have you tried meeting him and mooching up all this check money?
Like he's gonna. Oh hey. No, he literally knew about me. He found out I was born when I was 4. He's like, oh hey, you have a kid? Cool. Never talk to me again. And then that was it. And then she like tried to make friends with my mother's literal new husband, like 10 days ago new.
Margaret, how long's it been? Oh, about 28 years. Ah, who's this? Oh, this is Michelle. Oh, how old is she? About 27 and 9 months.
Oh.
And then my life just
Got better from there.
no, it got worse. After a while, I felt alone, depressed.
That's when the marijuana started.
I just wanted to fucking die and kill myself.
And then she found love.
No, and that's when my
Not yet.
not yet. That's coming soon.
No, I don't love him. He's just
Damn it.
there.
No, I love him. I do. But
Then there was Jared, and then your grandma.
And then there was
Yeah.
Mike.
Jared again.
There was Mike Vote.
And Mike. Did you ever
What?
date Mike?
Oh no,
No.
she did never take one.
Oh, thank God.
Good
That's
choice-
a train
good
wreck
choice
and
of
a
words.
half.
But in middle school, my grandma got cancer, and I had to live with her for the whole time, and so it sucked because I had to miss a lot of school, and I just, I had to see her slowly die and stuff. So it was a tough time. I still get kind of,
Where were you again?
I don't know, sensitive or like triggered
Mike
a
did the
little
same
bit.
thing to his grandpa.
Like I can't help it, you know.
Mhm.
Like it's
Word.
it's an emotion
Well,
that's really strong with me.
Yeah.
And so, after all my grandma died and stuff, I met Chris, and I love him. So, almost 2 years, almost. But
So,
then,
Is Chris just your
Hold on,
rebound
hold
grandma?
on.
huh?
Is Chris just your rebound grandma?
Let's just make this clear that that's not me.
Yeah, let's
that
make
it's
this
Yeah.
really fucking clear.
Our
We're
other
not
friend
talking
Chris?
about
Chris right
Killa
here.
Playz.
Yeah, this. No.
We're not talking about him. We're talking about another Chris. There's a lot of Chris's.
Jesus.
Seems like 4 ever.
But that's okay. And
But-
then, yeah. So, started dating Chris, still going on almost 2 years. But then, like, I don't know, just like something happened. Like, people started to make fun of me for my grandma having cancer and, like, me being
Oh.
too sensitive.
How do you make
Yeah,
fun of
so
that?
I basically
I know.
got bullied and stuff for that. And honestly, it has emotional.
Yeah.
She
So
was
now
bullied
I'm
by a
kind of
cunt.
fucked
Has an
up.
emotional weight
How
down.
do you bully someone for having cancer?
No, she was
She was
bullied by an
bullied.
absolute cunt.
I was bullied for being oversensitive and about the topic. And-
See, I went on ahead and I built a shell around that emotion, so then it can
Well,
never
I
be
can't help
penetrated.
that.
And I took it and I tossed it in the garbage can because cancer means absolutely nothing to me because I'm probably gonna die of it anyways. I mean, look at us. We're
I mean-
living in New York State. We have you have
I
more of a
know.
chance of
Probably
getting
gonna
cancer
die
than
of
me,
lung cancer.
but we're still like 20 times more likely because we live here.
Yeah.
Probably gonna die of
I know,
lung
I know.
cancer because, I smoke like 3 packs of cigarettes a day.
Also, right here, there's a higher rate of cancer than anywhere else in the United States.
Oh,
I
know.
mean,
And my
besides the
great
love canal.
my great
because of
grandfather
Yeah.
on my
Because of all the
grandfather's
radiation
side
and stuff.
had cancer, then his son had cancer, then my grandfather had cancer. So I'm most likely to get it through my genes too.
We're all
Honestly,
getting cancer.
same.
We're all probably gonna die of cancer.
Maybe not die again, but we're gonna be crippled by
We're
cancer.
gonna get
Yeah.
cancer. We're all gonna be bald. Let's just leave it at that.
It's really scary.
I'm gonna lose these fucking luscious locks.
Hey, at least then we get like marijuana cards.
No, but Chloe was bullied by an absolute cunt, and we're gonna fix that.
Yeah, let's go beat up that bully.
No.
I think you dated her.
Who?
Oh
Is it my ex? 4?
no, the one you dated in middle school.
X4.
Huh?
The one that you dated in middle school, and like I think Daniel stole her from you.
Sam?
No. Sam. Oh wait.
Samantha Curtis?
No. I was thinking of a different Sam.
I think it's just like all this crap.
All right. Well, I suppose we should wrap this up. I'm Blake,
I'm Chloe.
And I'm Chris, so suck my dick.
and this was Loudmouth. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, comment, like, leave a dick pic. I don't give a shit. Just do
Leave the hottest dick and the hottest pussy pic
I
and
guess-
the hottest tit pic ever, and you will get a follow back or a subscriber.
Damn it, Chris. Okay, go on ahead and just do whatever you do on SoundCloud because I don't know where the hell this is going. If it's going on Twitter, tweet,
You know what?
retweet, some shit. I don't care. Bye.
When this gets dropped, somebody send me a fucking link.